Welcome to another video. Today we'll get straight down to it. Hoy vamos a hacer un Cambridge B1 PET exam, the official online digital computer-based exam from the Cambridge website. Up there you can see the Cambridge English logo. Okay, this is the reading part 1. Questions 1 to 5. For each question, choose the correct answer. Tengo que leer un publicidad, anuncio, advert, and there's 3 options. I need to decide which option is more, it's like synonymous, which option is more accurate. Let's go. 1. Win a car. Competition. Entries will only be accepted from people who are at least 18. I always read the anuncio dos veces, twice. Win a car. Competition. Entries will only be accepted from people who are at least 18. And then option 1. The competition is open to people over a certain age. Parece que sí, huh? You know what's great? Look at this. In the digital based exam, you can, where is it? You can highlight like that. Number 1. Open to people over a certain age. Yeah. There is a maximum age? No. Only 18-year-olds? No. So obviously the answer is 1. Next, Rachel, for our holiday, you need to get a photo for your visa and let me have it. I've got the visa forms so I can post them then. Adam, Rachel, for our holiday, you need to get a photo for your visa and give it and let me have it. I've got the visa forms so I can post them then. Adam. 1. Adam is telling Rachel to post something for him, find out how to do something, or give him something he needs. You need to get your photo and let me have it. Post something for him? No. Find out how to do something? No. I think it's this. I would say it's that. Give him something he needs. C. Laboratory. The public are not permitted beyond this point unless accompanied by a staff member. Laboratory. The public are not permitted beyond this point unless accompanied by a staff member. Members of staff must be accompanied if they wish to pass this point. Members of the public can't go through unless they're visiting someone working here. Members of the public may go further if a company employer goes with them. Woof. The public are not permitted beyond this point unless accompanied by a staff member. Staff member is como un miembro del equipo de empresa. What do you think? This one, honestly, this is really tough. This dice B1, pero es difícil. Para mí, A no, B no. I think the answer is C. Do you agree? I hope so. Okay. Jane. What's this for number 4? Jane. Mum's leaving really early tomorrow, so could you wake me at 7 when you leave for work? I mustn't be late for college again. Tom. Jane, Mum's leaving really early tomorrow, so could you wake me at 7 when you leave for work? I mustn't be late for college again. Tom. Tom is writing to Jane, asking her to wake him up. Tom wants to persuade Jane to take him to college now. Tom would like Jane to do him a favor. Maybe. Tom is reminding Jane they have to wake up early. Mum's leaving early, so could you wake me up? I don't think it's A and I don't think it's C, so it's B. Free copies of advertisement on the board are available from the Career Centre. Free copies of advertisements on the board are available from the Career Centre. That doesn't make, no tiene sentido en realidad, pero bueno. Free copies of advertisements on this board are available from the Career Centre. That means like, si tú quieres una versión del anuncios, no tiene sentido. The Career Centre will give you a copy of any advertisement on the board. Me parece que sí. The board is used to advertise work done by the Career Centre. No. If you ask the Career Centre, you can advertise for free on this board. No. Therefore, A. Do you agree? A. Okay, so that's part 1. I think it's pretty. Well, I'm not sure it was easy actually. We read it twice. We look at the options. We use elimination. Boof. Let's go to part two. What happens in part two? The people below all want to visit a city market. Uh, on the right are 8 descriptions. For each person, we need to choose the best market for them. So look, we have. Let's look at the people: Jenny, Matt, Sammy, and Alexia. Very nice. And we have how many markets? Beckfields Market, Rosewell Hill, Camberwell Market, Cobblesdown Road, Oldfield Lane, Purford Market, Teddingley Market, Frome Place. Jeez, this is un poco denso. First of all, I'll read the people. Jenny wants to buy. This one is absolutely essential to highlight. Look how good it is. You can highlight on the computer-based exam. Jenny wants to buy locally produced food. She needs somewhere convenient to eat. And she's sightseeing in the city. The market shouldn't be far from local attractions. Matt wants a market where he can get something to wear at reasonable prices and something hot to eat. He's also keen on music and likes finding rare recordings. Wow. You know what? Highlighting like this is funciona muy bien. Huh? Sammy wants to visit a market after spending the day in the city. He would like to photograph a historic place and buy a painting by someone unknown. Alexia is looking for a really special necklace for her grandma. She'd like to spend the whole day at the market, a big market, and wants to avoid the cold by staying inside. Oh, I didn't see. Hey, Ella. Ooh. Ella, she looks a little bit like a man. Possiblemente Ella is transsexual, transvestite, but I'm not sure. Okay, I'm joking. Ella is looking for objects from other countries for her friends. She'd like to choose a second-hand book to read on the journey home and wants a snack there too. Wow, so we've got Jenny, Matt, Sammy, Alexia, Ella. I'm gonna, let's make it easier. Like Jenny, locally produced, convenient, sightseeing. Matt, wear, recordings. Sammy, historic place, painting. Alexia, special necklace, stay inside all day. And Ella, objects for her friends, the second-hand book to read. And wants snack. Okay, let's go first. Beckfield Market. This market's world famous for second-hand camera equipment. Doesn't one of them say they want to take pictures and books on photography as well as an amazing range of cameras? We have old pictures of local places. And of course, the stall owner is happy to give you advice for free. Don't miss our hot soup. I think that was the old guy, Sammy, maybe? Do I do it like that? I've never actually done this one online. Okay, Rosewell Hill. Our market's in an amazing building that's hundreds of years old, historic building. Visitors find our late night opening hours convenient, and they are always performers entertaining the crowd. Music. We've recently opened more stalls specializing in pictures from well-known artists and those beginning their careers. Sammy as well, but I'm not sure. Camberwell Market. There's lots to see in this interesting indoor market. It's open from morning until late in a fantastic modern setting. You find everything from rare gold and silver jewelry for her grandma. Although the prices aren't cheap, the quality is excellent. After shopping, enjoy a meal in a nearby restaurant. I'm not sure. The whole day. I want to avoid the cold by staying inside. Maybe. I think Camberwell Market is Alexia. For now, put that. Cobbletown, a small market that's open in all weathers. Come and find something really fantastic. Treat yourself or someone special. We have a wide selection of jewelry and musical instruments produced locally and homemade cakes to enjoy. Jewelry and musical instruments produced locally. Objects from other countries, no. Oldfield Lane, Historic city fills a range of jewelry and clothes. Arrive early to avoid disappointments. Bargains are found in the morning. If the weather's good, enjoy watching the world go by. Although it gets very busy in tourist season, not sure. Teddingly, situated under historic city walls in this busy street, you find houses at great value in new second-hand clothes. There are also stalls offering unusual albums. That's for sure is the first guy, Matt, isn't it? He said about that one. Okay. Oh, I forgot about Jenny. Locally produced food, convenient to eat, sightseeing. Let's just look at Throne Place. Stores open on daytime shopping hours. Whole day trail, sandwich while you're hungry. Looking at old copies and gifts from all over the world. That's definitely Ella. Gifts from all over the world. So who do we have left? Jenny. And which markets? Jenny. Locally produced food. A, no. B, no. Fresh. Try the region's famous cheese. The producers are there. That must be it. So there's three. Jenny, this one. Matt, this one. Sammy, this one. Alexia, this one. Ella, this one. You know what? I don't have time to check through on this video, but I think that's pretty good. Which I haven't done 7. It's saying I haven't done one. But Jenny, Matt, Sammy. Okay, artist Peter Fuller talks about his hobby. Now this is a classic reading with 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 5 questions, multiple choice answers. So we have a reading. Let's read it first. Artist Peter Fuller talks about his hobby. Highlight, remember. There's a popular idea that artists are not supposed to be into sport, but mountain biking is a huge part of my life. It gets me out of my studio and into the countryside, but more importantly, racing along as fast as you can leaves you no time to worry about anything that's going on in your life, too busy concentrating on not crashing. The only thing you pay attention to are the pain in your legs and the rocks in front of you. Like, listen, woof, it's super being able to highlight the text like this. It's much better than even with a pencil. I'm in my 60s now, but I started cycling when I was a kid. I'm just doing anything that I think is interesting. In the summer, my friends and I would ride our bikes in the woods and see who was brave enough to go down steep hills or do big jumps. The bikes we had weren't built for that and they often broke, so I used to draw pictures of bikes with thick tires would be strong enough for what we were doing. They looked just like modern mountain bikes. However, it wasn't until many years later that someone invented one. By the 1980s, they were everywhere. At that time, I was into skateboarding. I did that for a decade until falling off onto hard surfaces started to hurt too much. Maybe there's a question about that. Mountain biking seemed a fairly safe way to keep fit, so I took that up instead. I made lots of friends and got involved in racing, which gave me a reason to train hard. I wanted to find out just how fit I could get and did a few official races. In the end, I started racing mainly because I knew it could mean to my career. I stopped racing because I knew what it could mean to my career if I had a bad crash, but I still like to do a 3-hour mountain bike every week. Ooh. And if I'm out cycling in the hills and see a rider ahead, I have to beat them to the top. As I go past them, I imagine how surprised they would be if they knew how old I am. Okay. 11. Peter enjoys mountain. It should be up here. Peter enjoys mountain biking because it gives him the opportunity to enjoy the views, plan his work, stop thinking about his problem, helps him concentrate. I think I know which answer it is, but look. It gets me out of my life, my studio, but more importantly, racing along as fast as you can, you have no time to worry about anything. So I think that's the key. Which one is like, stop worrying? This one. He is able to stop thinking about his problems. Oh no, it removed my highlights. Oh well. What does Peter say about cycling during his childhood? I remember he said that the bikes were really big and him and his friend used to do tricks. I'm in my 60s now, but I started cycling when I was a kid, so it's this. He is sorry he didn't take more care of his bikes. No, his friends always had better bikes than him. No, his bike wasn't suitable for the activity he was doing. Maybe he was more interested in designing bikes than riding them. No. Therefore, the only possible one is C. Do you agree? Next, so look, it goes each paragraph. That's pretty easy. Peter says he returned to cycling after several years. At the time, it's this paragraph. At the time, I was into skateboarding because mountain biking seemed a safe way. Because he had become a fit. No. So they hear no. No. I think the answer is not A, not B, not C. So it has to be D to replace an activity he had given up. 14. How does Peter feel about cycling now? Remember, he stopped racing, but he still loves it. He is proud that he is fast. Maybe. He is keen to do something less. He's keen to do less now he is older. No. He regrets the fact that he can no longer compete. Maybe. So D, no. It could be A or it could be C. I still like to be through. He's proud that he is still so fast. As he regrets. So I don't think he regrets it. I would say that one. Bit difficult. Oh, 15. What would be a good introduction to this article? For Peter Fuller, nothing matters more than mountain biking. No. Artist people take it very seriously. Here he describes how it all began. Maybe B. In this article, Peter Fuller explains how he became an artist. No. After discovering mountain biking, Peter Fuller gave it a no. It has to be this one. Okay. In this one, 5 sentences have been removed from the text below. For each question, choose the correct answer. So we have a text and they've taken out sentences. We need to put the sentences back in the right place. Let's look at the sentences first. That's why I knew it was a terrible plan. I had trained in icy weather in the UK, so the crystal clear warm water felt amazing. They always asked lots of questions. I worked far harder than I used to. I began joking to friends about sending in an application. Afterwards, some people were surprised by my decision. I decided I needed a break. I needed to explain that first. Okay, a new life. I used to work as a college lecturer in the north of England, running photography. It wasn't a bad job and I really liked my students, but I began to feel tired of doing the same thing every day. A, no. B, no. C, no. 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 Yes. I decided I needed a break. That one's more general. I'd always loved travelling, so one weekend I typed international volunteering into an internet search engine. At the top of the results page was the opportunity to go and stay on an island in the Indian Ocean 1,000 miles away and help to protect beaches and sea life. Something about the application or the place. A, no. B, no. C, no. D, no. Maybe that. I began joking about sending an application. I had some diving experience, and the more I talked about it, the more I wanted to do it. So I contacted the organisation 1 week later. They offered me the chance to send me to the island, and I accepted. Maybe I feel scared. A, no. B, no. And after all, the volunteer job was only 2 months. No. Afterwards, some people were surprised. I think this, but I wasn't too worried. After all. As soon as I got to that, I was sure I'd done the right thing. My first dive was incredible. Crystal waters, yeah. This one. See, it's pretty easy. In fact, I loved it so much I never came home. I've now been on the island 10 years. I'm working as a marine educator. My desk is a picnic table 10 meters from the best beach on the island. Of course, not everything about Manulife. So obviously some problems. No. I work far harder than I used to. I don't have time to read it back. I'm pretty sure I got all those correct. I want to try and do this really quickly. Now, the last 2 parts is like use of English. To be honest, it's un poco complicado. Para mí, the últimos 2 partes in the reading of the pet is like use of English for first certificate. Bueno. The coconut tree. For each question, choose the correct answer. So we have like, it's just like the use of English part 1. The coconut tree is thought to be one of the most valuable trees in the world. It is mostly found by the sea where there is a lot of hot and wet temperature, no. Condition, no. Where there is a hot, where, yeah, let's highlight. Where there is a hot and wet, temperature no, condition no, climate no, weather no. Sorry, what's correct? Climate, hot and climate. The coconuts often fall into the sea and float on water until they another beach, until they reach another beach. Yeah, look, I predict go to another beach, travel to, arrive at, reach, because there's no preposition there. Holiday markers often see the coconut tree as more than an attractive sun umbrella. Holiday markers as no more than an attractive sun umbrella that provides, that's easy, cloud, shade, dark, cold, shade. However, this amazing tree has hundreds of secrets, uses, and more are still hundreds of uses, hundreds of jobs, hundreds of uses. Yeah. People have made houses, boats, and baskets from the coconut tree's wood and leaves for centuries. Even today, if you take a in your cupboards, what? People have made. Even today, if you take a look in your cupboards, seen in your cupboards. Now, a sight in your cupboards may be a look in your cupboards. You see what I'm trying to view in your cupboards now? I'm predicting the answer. Then I look at the options. You will find coconut oil in products as medicine and desserts, as opposite as separate as strange as different as different as. Okay, lo siento, I'm just quizás estoy haciendo demasiado rápido, pero bueno, quiero hacer un complete reading quickly as possible to show you exactly how I do it. Maybe I can do it a bit slower in the future. Okay, the Natural History Museum. My sister worked there. Amazing. The Natural History Museum, and for this time we just have to write one word for each gap. We have to make up the word. Normalmente es un palabra corto, preposition to, from, in, under, on, etc. This is one of my favorite places to visit. I've learned a huge amount about animals and plants. I was going to say from, but no, look at the time. Every time. Does it say? Maybe we have to write in capitals. Every time I visited. The building's really beautiful and it's easy to find your way around. There are hundreds of interesting things on display, but if you like dinosaurs, maybe the best time to see them is during term time. I've been twice in school holidays and the queue was long that I wasn't able to visit that part, the museum. The queue was tan largo, was so long that I wasn't able to visit that part del museo, of the museum. This one podemos traducir. You'll probably want something to eat while you're there. You can take tu propio picnic, your own picnic. Okay, so hopefully I can I if I press the tick now, do I get the answers? Let's see. If I want the answers. Maybe it's not going to give me the answers. Okay. Bueno, seguro que tengo 100%. Anyway, it doesn't really matter because I think maybe I got one or two wrong maximum. This was just so you can see very quickly a full pet reading paper and how I do it, so you can watch and learn. I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, let me know in the comments and I'll record another one a bit shorter with more technique. Muchísimas gracias. Ciao.